Hey guys, Kyra here, and in today's video I'm going to break down my favorite version of the Smokescreen Demon Hunter build. So how this build works is it's all about Suit of Mordant, and what this legendary does is it turns your Smokescreen into an acid bomb. It turns it into a damage dealing ability. So Smokescreen now hurls an acid bomb that damages enemies continuously, but the hidden part of this effect that I think is fantastic is this section right here. So acid bomb, Smokescreen now hurls an acid bomb that continuously poisons enemies, causing them to take X amount of damage over 3 seconds and increases damage they take by 10%. I think that part is really slept on because it's not explained in that other screen. So you wouldn't know until you actually equip this that it's going to not only do a dot over 3 seconds, that does decent amount of damage for a dot only over 3 seconds. And then everything else you do takes 10% more damage, which I think is fantastic. Then the part that I really like too, that I didn't notice until I actually used it, was the 9-second cooldown. Because if you look at everything else that Demon Hunters use, these are all very standard abilities. You have Reign of Vengeance on a 16-second cooldown. You have Vengeance on a 20-second cooldown. Then you have Multi-Shot also on a 9-second cooldown, but you can dump this out really fast. So you really feel that cooldown. So whereas this, you can be consistently casting this. You can also time this with your other abilities. So you get the dot to go down, 10% damage boost, everything else, and then you just dump everything out as quick as possible. And you're going to do a lot more damage with that. That's one of the things too. And then also as you're doing like challenge lists and stuff, all of this is very mobile. See, I can just throw that out quickly. I can throw Reign of Vengeance quickly, and then it's going to continuously do damage in this area without me needing to be there. Same with multi-shot. You can kind of do that quick, and you could get all your stuff out within that 3-second window. So you're actually going to be doing that increased damage while you're doing that. Based on the other legendaries here, for example, you have Ruinous Path, so that's also going to be another percentage boost. Whereas the other version of the Smokescreen build that people like is this Jane's Silent Retribution, which would take that off. Whereas you keep Ruinous Path, which I think is one of the best legendaries Demon Hunters have, so it doesn't interfere there. The one thing you do miss out on though is the chest piece, so you're gonna lose the 30% or the 15% Vengeance cooldown. You don't get Heart of Vengeance, which is a great legendary effect, but I think this is better, especially if you're looking for more just raw damage. Yes, you're going to be losing out on maneuverability here, but this is like, glass cannon, full on, probably one of the highest damaging kits you could possibly do in this game here. So I think that's the main benefit here when it comes to this build. Also, you have Flame Spite here. I like this over the Chilling one in this case scenario because I think it synergizes way better with this particular build because you have continual damage here. You have continual damage on the burning with the Flame Spite. So you could go 4-piece Grace of the Flagellant, which I think would actually be fantastic because I think for the most part when it comes to Demon Hunters, the best is 4-piece Vithus, 2-piece Shell Boss. But in this particular set, you have so much damage off your skills that you can probably get away with doing Grace of the Flagellant with that, which I think is one of the best set items you can get, as long as you can actually take advantage of it. Whereas this is one of the few Demon Hunter builds that can actually take advantage of that set, especially that 4-piece. So I think that's another benefit to this version here of a Demon Hunter build. So it's not like, crazy revolutionary when it comes to this, but I feel like when it comes to Demon Hunter, just small tweaks to the build is going to make a massive difference because there's really not that much you can change. They have a lot of very standard set abilities when it comes to being a Demon Hunter in this game. Like your multi-shot, your Vengeance, and your Reign of Vengeance, whether it be Daring Swing, whether it be the Smokescreen here, like these small changes kind of really add up here. So it's going to change on how you use your set items, how you actually play the game and stuff. So I'm definitely a big fan of this. I've been really liking this. Even I've been liking this too as I farm the open world because having an extra damaging ability on a low cooldown really is convenient for being able to push through and kill these minions as fast as possible. Because for the most part, especially if like you get a big whale coming through here and they kill the enemies as fast as possible, you really start to see the benefit of just killing the enemies quick and how fast you can get experience, give yourself more legendaries because they're able to kill things so much faster. And like they'll spawn the enemies. You're not limited by the amount of spawns in here. You're limited by how fast you can actually go through the circle and kill everything. So giving yourself another ability to just grind through here as fast as possible and get as many rotations in, it's going to increase like the amount of legendaries you get. Also, I'm never really needing to just move quick in here. I'm just wanting to kill and like shred these enemies as fast as possible. So it's another nice benefit here of having this like fourth damaging ability on the Demon Hunter versus Daring Swing that was not doing much damage at all, just kind of sitting there, and I would just get to the enemies a little quicker, but not necessarily helping me farm faster. So just a little small thing here that I've been liking about this build. I like it in PvE content. This is definitely not something that you would use in PvP. This is purely a PvE build here, but I'm liking it a lot. It really helps speed things up and also just is helping me push in challenge rifts. Yes, when it comes to challenge rifts, one last thing I should say is you really got to be careful on the enemies you pick. So I do have a video highlighting some of the easier enemies to face, so you can kind of dodge and you don't need to be so careful when you're actually running through. And because pretty much the difficulty in challenge rifts is all about the ranged minions and like how fast the missile speed on those ranged minions are. So you want to find some of the ones like bandits, for example, that do it pretty slowly. Then you'll be able to use the extra firepower and be able to grind through those challenge rifts as fast as possible. So that's pretty much it when it comes to this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this build. I'll probably do another video talking about the other version of this build as well, and a separate one. There's actually quite a few different things I want to try when it comes to the Demon Hunter that I think will be fun. Also, I have another idea for a video on the Frost Trap. I think the Frost Trap where you can actually freeze people looks interesting as well. So until then, you guys have a good one. Peace.